Yo, what's up guys? Old School Dan here. I want to say Old School Bodybuilding is making a comeback. Here's what I noticed. So like, I know Jeff Nippard made a video about stretching in between sets, and I'm like, dude, that's some old shit I've been talking about for like the longest time. I was like, that's actually something Frank Zane was doing back in the 70s, you know? And I was like, dude, like, why is this coming up all of a sudden? Like, I'm pretty sure because he either saw one of my videos or he noticed that Old School Bodybuilding was coming up. He's like, oh shit, this method of stretching between sets, like, that method I only know from Frank Zane. Like that's where I know it from, and I'm pretty sure that's where he got it from. And he was like, oh shit, you know, this method's actually pretty good, and it actually stands the test of time. Like a lot of the old school bodybuilding methods that we had back then are still standing the test of time today. Like full body training is still a really good way to train. So I'm like not even surprised that all this stuff is coming back up. Like that Jeff Nippard video about the stretching between sets, I was like, bro, I've already been talking about that. Frank Zane did that back in the 70s. I was like, what's new? And then another thing I just noticed was that a doctor actually made a video about the Sissy Squat, about how it's a knee strengthener or quad strengthener and something like that, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, dude. I was like, okay, this is all some old stuff that I've been talking about, and a lot of other people have been talking, like Tom Platz has been talking about for like the longest time since he's been training. I'm like, this is nothing new. I was like, okay, I guess what's starting to happen is that a lot of people that aren't into old school bodybuilding is making such an impact nowadays because it's coming back, that people are starting to realize, oh shit, this method's actually pretty good. That method's actually pretty good. Look at how they did it back in the 70s, 60s, and 80s, and they were able to get these type of results from this type of old school training, you know? And I'm like, wow, dude, like, I'm not even surprised, but this is awesome to just notice that old school bodybuilding is actually making a comeback. My efforts to bring this back into the scene are actually happening, because before it was just about the old school physique look, classic physique, whatever, but they didn't really talk about the methods, and that's something I've been talking about for the last few years, and they're finally coming back up, like the Sissy Squat, you know, that's a good exercise for the quads. And some doctors talking about it, saying, oh, this is a great exercise for your knees and your quads, you know, you got to be doing this one. And then Jeff Nippard talking about the stretching between sets, and I'm like, bro, I made that a video before you did. I was like, Frank Zane actually did that back in the day, and now you're bringing it up and saying that it's standing the test of time. You should actually start doing it during your workouts. Bro, come on. So yeah, it's exciting, guys. Thank you for all your efforts. I couldn't do this without you. With that being said, I'm Old School Dan. I'm gone. Peace.